Here we go. Let's reveal this backfield bracket. And our number one seed, as a shocker to many, I believe, will be Robert Griffin III. And he goes up against the guy who won his play-in matchup. Let's give some love to Sawyer Robertson, baby. He is the 16 seed. He is the 16 seed going up against Robert Griffin in this bracket. The second seed is one of the oldest players in this bracket, but the only other Baylor Bear to ever be a Heisman finalist. It's Don Truhl, and he goes up against Alfred Anderson. Dr. Lefevre is going to give us some insight on both of those guys here in just a little bit. The third seed, I just had to do it, the all-time leading rusher in school history. It's Shock Linwood, and he goes up against someone that was mentioned by Travis Corley earlier as an underrated receiver, Treston Ebner, a do-it-all star in his time at Baylor, returner, receiver, and running back, but going up against the school's leading rusher in Shock Linwood. The fourth seed, perhaps the ultimate elder statesman of Baylor football, Mr. Walter Abercrombie, not only a star at Baylor, but in the NFL as well. He goes up against Tom Mickey, one half of that two-quarterback offense under Grant Taff. The fifth seed in this region is the two-time champion, Bryce Petty, and he goes up against another one of the oldest players in this draft, Ronnie Bull. Once again, Dr. Lefevre will give us some insight into Ronnie Bull. The sixth seed, perhaps the most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands, Lake Seastrunk, going up against our friend who we honored at the top of the broadcast. God bless him, Mr. J.J. Joe. J.J. Joe, of course, coming in when Grant Taft was going back to the Veer offense, and the Veer offense and J.J. Joe were made for one another. The seventh seed in this region, Seth Russell, one of the great dual-threat quarterbacks. Dude, if this was not the school where Robert Griffin had won a Heisman, we'd be talking about Seth Russell that way. The dude was crazy athletic, could run, could throw, put the ball on a dime. Seth Russell going up against Abram Smith, who broke one. Terrance Ganaway's right. Is Abram Smith faster than you, bro?
Absolutely not.
Well, he did break your single-season rushing record, which you held for 10 seasons here at Baylor. Abram Smith has the single-season rushing record. A linebacker during much of his time at Baylor, converted to running back under Dave Aranda's team and was amazing. And then here we go. Our own Terrance Ganaway is the 8th seed in the backfield region. Again, held that single-season rushing record for 10 years. Alamo Bowl MVP, Terrance Ganaway, and he goes up against the other half of that two-quarterback offense under Grant Taft, Houston Oilers and Baylor Bears' own Cody Carlson. That, gentlemen, is the backfield region. Terrance, I'll let you respond first because you were a little disappointed in how the seeding fell here.
Yeah, I thought it was a 16 seed, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get out of that first quad. Robert Griffin, he's probably going to make it to the Final Four. A ton of talent here. Abram Smith, obviously, he has the all-time single-season rushing record, but Terrance Ganaway, hold most rushing yards per game in a season because I played 12, not 13. Don't cheat me, bro.
There it is. Hey, arguing for himself in this region. We're going to let you talk more about that in just a little bit, Terrance. Michael and Travis, any reactions to how the backfield region shakes out?
Yes, to have your back here, Terrance, you're definitely not getting out of that quad with RG3. But man,
how is that having his back?
Let me finish my statement.
I think he's just making me feel good, which he is. So continue.
I am. Look. If you had been able to bump up just one seed or just go down to like seed 10, I think you get out of that bracket with Don Truhl and maybe even Abram Smith, right? But yeah, putting you in with RG3, that's rough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could have been an Elite Eight from that standpoint because I could have. I don't know if I get. Shock Linwood probably wins that side of this bracket, but Sweet 16 was there, and I don't get out of the round of 32, man.
It's a rough.
Terrance, it's a fan vote, man. You just got to campaign.
I don't think the fans voted for me to be 8, Scotty. I think you put me in 8, and you made the fans vote. Me against RG3, and assuming I get out of
you got to be Commander Cody first. You got to be Commander Cody first. That's right.
Listen, no, I'm not trying to go at anyone, but I think
except Kendall Wright.
Kendall Wright is a great athlete. He's one of my favorite players as well. But yeah, I will be him running in the foot race.
I'm thinking a lot about the fact that I've got snubs to mention here that I'm going to hold until later because I've been told to. But I just want to go on the record that if Seth Russell didn't break his neck,
Absolutely.
we're going all the way. We would have gone undefeated that year. And
Absolutely.
By the way,
in my
Seth
mind.
Russell, I believe, said that for the first time publicly on
Please bear with me.
Please Bear With Me.
Yeah.
Back in the day.